So about a week ago or so, Unreal 6 got announced, and to me, from the developer standpoint, it seemed very lackluster. I was not very hyped about it. I don't know what everybody else is feeling towards it, but to me, it's just kind of like, okay. So I wanted to kind of just rant about that and put some feelers out there and see how everybody else is feeling towards this. They announced it with Rocket League of all games, which I find so weird considering that game is very minimal in terms of graphics and everything else. I feel like it should have been literally any other game. They didn't announce any features for the system. They didn't announce really anything. So it's kind of comes back to me again. And I just think, why? Why did you guys announce this? Like, were you expecting players to be hyped? Were you expecting developers to be excited for this? I really don't know. Again, from a developer standpoint, even from a player standpoint, I'm just kind of like, okay. Not annoyed, not frustrated, just not really like, who asked for this at this point? Like, again, like, I am excited for new tech like anybody else, but from a developer standpoint, I don't know. And I love Unreal. I'm using Unreal. I'm working in 5.6 on my current game, and I'm excited. But I don't know. Why would you pick Rocket League of all games to fucking launch your stuff on? I don't understand. I would have understood more if they chose a game like the new Gears of War coming out or something to kind of show off the new features and things like that. Even Witcher 4 with the demo they released earlier this year or last year. But Rocket League, and then they didn't even show anything. They just made the cartoonish cars look a little bit more realistic, which I don't know. I've played it only a handful of times, but is that the gimmick that everybody goes after for that game? I mean, it's literally just soccer. I mean, I don't think anybody playing that game really cares. So I just don't feel like they led with their best foot forward on that. But I also really haven't looked into it. So maybe they announced some like really cool features. I don't know. Maybe they announced something that we're missing that will be groundbreaking, but I really don't think so, especially leading with Rocket League. But I have no idea. I haven't looked into anything. So I kind of wanted to look into some stuff, rant about it. So let's look up features. The other thing that pisses me off too when they announce stuff like this is they've already released a ton of updates to Unreal 5, which I feel was a pretty big leap in terms of the engine. And then they kept releasing banger after banger with the engine. I mean, they did, well, now you can do your own animations in it. Now you can rig your own models. And then they released the movement system, which I thought was a massive upgrade. What are you going to do in 6 that you haven't already done? It's merging the Unreal editor for the Fortnite tools, which I don't know if that's actually a big thing or not. I don't use that side of it, but let's keep looking. Real-time updates, that's interesting. Next gen visuals, I hate when anybody says that because you could have gotten what Rocket League looked like inside of Unreal 5 now. I don't feel like the engine is going to be solely responsible for that. What we know so far, I don't know. I also feel like there's a problem when they release updates so quickly and I don't know, are you expecting developers to constantly upgrade their engine when the new patch comes out, because you've been developing your game for so long, some people, several years or more, and do you expect them to upgrade their engine once the next update is out? I don't. I mean, I'm still working on 5.6 and I'm still having issues. I can't import 3D models properly into 5.6. I have to open a project in 5.4, upload them to 5.4, and then migrate them to 5.6. So why would I, as a developer, if I've been working on something for 2 to 3 years, and let's say 6 just dropped, why would I be excited to go to 6? Because then all the assets and things that I'm using may not migrate properly and break. I think that actually happened on one of my test projects. Oh, it was actually the second horror game. They released 5.4 and I started working in whatever previous version. And so then I migrated it to 5.4 and everything broke. All the assets stopped working. And that's time and money that you're gonna have to spend finding out what those issues are and fixing them, if you could even fix them. But it's saying one ecosystem. They're going to unify the Unreal Engine with the Fortnite editor, which I'm assuming that's just going to be editing Fortnite in Unreal, which I think is kind of how it worked before. I really don't know. That's good news for Fortnite. So, okay. It seems like the big vision, according to this article from School of Motion, the big vision was to unify, to bring the Fortnite editor into the Unreal editor, which Cool, great. That's awesome. I mean, you can see that the movement system that they released in like 5.6 or whatever is very Fortnite based, and they took from Fortnite, or maybe it's the exact same system. I don't know. But the big vision is that we want to unify the Unreal Engine and the Fortnite engine. So why would you not release this announcement with Fortnite? Why would you not do a Fortnite trailer? Why the hell would you show it with Rocket League? That makes no sense. Makes no sense. Again, with zero announcement, zero anything else, just saying, hey, UE6 is coming, which we all know it's coming. I mean, I don't see where anybody is supposed to be hyped about this. New rendering features, architecture changes, workflow updates, but that's not really anything though. See, here's another thing that this person brings up. Unreal Engine 5.8 preview dropped the same month as the UE6 tease. So like, I don't know, like you release why don't you finish working on an update before you move on to the next one? Finish your meal before you start another one. I don't know. Again, it sounds like I'm frustrated, but I'm more just kind of like silently annoyed than anything. Again, I'm excited for new tech. Who's not excited for new tech? Literally nothing. Quick takeaways, UE6 is officially real. Okay. I think everybody, even before they announced it, everybody knew it was coming. I don't know, so they didn't really announce anything with it, which we don't know anything about the physics though. I don't know, Rocket League developers, Psyonix actually confirmed. Rocket League is moving from Unreal Engine 3 to 6, wow. I mean, good for them, but I mean, has the game changed that much in the like 10 years that it's been out that it needs to go to 6, which again, good for them, probably does need new architecture, but I don't know, maybe all the Rocket League people are going to be absolutely fucking hyped on this shit. And I'm not a Rocket League player. I don't know, but so it just sounds like this is really more of just from reading everything here, the scripting language used in UEFN, which is the Fortnite editor, gets pushed deeper into the UE6 gameplay layer, which it just sounds like this is more of a Fortnite update than anything. Of course, that's going to come with, better architecture for just UE Unreal Engine in general, but this still just sounds like this is just a Fortnite editor update. Which, why would you not update it? Why would you not show Fortnite when you're doing this and be like, look guys, we're making it better for all you cracked Fortnite people. We want the editor to reflect that, and we want it to have better lobbies and all this other stuff, and we want you to be the best Fortnite dope out editor that you ever could be. If I was doing Rocket League, I would show the transition and I would state, hey, we're working in UE3, and guess what? After 10 years of waiting, we're finally updating to UE6. That's how I would do it. Build a little bit of hype on your own, maybe. I don't know. Show that the soccer ball has gone from whatever the hell it looked like to this fancy new ray traced new UE6 soccer ball running in real time. But wasn't that a thing with with Unreal Engine 5, as they pushed a lot of real-time running? I mean, wasn't that the big thing with the Matrix 4 or whatever when it came out? Was they did that whole demo and they're like, look at the city, it's alive, and we're gonna integrate AI and it's running in real time, and look at the graphics and the reflection, and oh my god, everything looks so real, and blah. Which I feel like is the thing every time they do an announcement or they do an update on an engine or something. It's always like, look how good we can make everything look. Look at this bagel, it looks so freaking real. But then it just looks like slightly better than the last. Like, I mean, here, this article is mentioning, which first mentioned that the next gen game engine is running in real time, but it's on Rocket League. What, the blades of grass are gonna look more like blades of grass? Who's looking at that, dude? I feel like this is kind of almost like a needless update for Rocket League, which again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't play Rocket League. I don't know. The other thing too that bothers me about this is, again, from the developer standpoint, you guys are releasing updates so quickly that people can't even use the update that you just released because the next one's right around the corner. It's almost like COD releasing a game every freaking year. You can't play the game and get used to it because the next one's coming out. So by the time that you are used to this game, guess what? The new one's out and you have to swap all over to the new stuff, which I find so annoying from a player standpoint. I'm curious what the release windows were for all the Unreal 5 updates. What was the timeline for? Let's see if we can get a release window here. Okay, let's look. Here we go. So Unreal Engine 5, which I know when that launched was a huge, big deal. 5.1 came out at the end of 2022. So 5 came out kind of like quarter one, I guess beginning quarter two of 2022. 5.1 came out towards the end, which was just kind of virtual asset upgrades, Lumen improvements, whatever. And then 5.2 came out, which I think is what I kind of started. I started editing in 5.1, 5.2. And even when they announced 5.2, I don't think I switched. I was like, oh, this is cool. I don't know what to do with this, but I'm not going to upgrade. I already don't know what I'm doing in 5.1. Okay, same thing later that year. So quarter two, 5.2 comes out, quarter end of the year, end of quarter three, 5.3 comes out. Okay, maybe I'm just absolutely wrong about all of this. I thought they were just slapping out updates left and right. Maybe I absolutely live under a rock. So we're in end of 2023. And 5.3 gets announced. It looks like they're sticking on a schedule. End of quarter two or beginning of quarter two, 5.4 gets announced, or 5.4 gets released. See, which I feel like 5.4 was a big update. Huge rendering, animation update, motion matching production, performance improvements. End of quarter three, quarter four, roughly, 5.5 gets announced. And then 5.6 gets announced in summer of 2025, which was the animation update, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought it was the animation update. Maybe it was, or the running update, I mean. Or maybe that was 5.7. So they're kind of sticky. These updates are really close. But then they released, 5.8's out, isn't it? I feel like I've seen the update for 5.8 where they're like, no, you need to get on 5.8. It's not. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. And these are the sickly rants of a sickly old man. Either way, I still feel like the updates are coming out. This seems like a decent schedule, but I still feel like the updates are coming out quick, especially for developers. I mean, how can you guys expect somebody to build out years of a project in one of these and then go to the next? It's just like with Microsoft updates. Nobody ever does Microsoft updates right away because it breaks shit. I'm just really not hyped about this. Like, I'm not against it in any way, shape, or form. I think it's cool. I love seeing the evolution of even though I just spent, however long complaining about it, I love seeing the evolution of engines, and you want to see that technology go forward. I don't think anybody's against this, but I don't know. I'm not super hyped about it. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay. And maybe that's because Unreal didn't really do anything to make me hyped about it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be custom. What'd be cool is if you can easily do custom window editing inside of Unreal. Like, you can design, so I have a lot of assets. I purchased a lot of assets to design like the blueprint widgets and things like that to make it easier and visually more appealing for me when I'm editing. But it'd be really cool if they have like a window editor in there. We're like, oh yeah, these are the settings you adjust and this is how easily you make it. You don't need to learn any C++ for this, or it's all in engine and you can just adjust it yourself. I think that'd be really cool. I didn't really stumble on anything. We learned about the release window, did they release anything? Did UE5 Unreal Engine release any updates in 2026? So they're doing hot patches. See, so why would you release 5.8 preview and then immediately announce 5.6? Or I'm sorry, go 5.8 and then immediately announce UE6. Of course, they didn't announce a window, so maybe UE6 is like a year down the road or 2 years down the road. Maybe it's just waiting. But again, then why announce it? Like, why? Unless you're just like strictly trying to build hype for Rocket League, then I guess I get it. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, okay, that's cool. I'm all for performance improvements and better scalability. I think everybody is. But, keep in mind with all these updates, all the assets and things that you purchased, those developers have to keep up. And that takes time. So I'm perfectly fine working on the old versions of Unreal, the stable versions that work with all my assets in my little bubble. I don't see the need. I don't make anything amazing that's going to need UE6. I don't need blades of grass to look amazing and react dynamically, which would be cool, but I don't need that. I don't know. I have no idea where I was going with this video. Maybe you guys feel the same. Maybe you don't. Let me know. Again, new tech, I guess. But I think that's about it for this one. Keep a lookout for my game. I'm working a Christmas game. It's almost done. Hopefully we're gonna release it by the end of June. I keep saying by the end of this month, and then I got sick and now I'm, trying to pick things up. I'm polishing all the bosses right now. Hopefully I am completely done here by the end of June. That is what I'm aiming for. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. I love ranting. I could talk about this shit forever, so I kind of just have to stop myself because I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's just, we're going off in all kinds of directions. But UE6. Okay. That's all I got. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out.